understood loneliness before I knew what it was. I saw the pills on you.
Right. Welcome everybody to Inspire Services podcast number 3. We're very excited for you to join us today. We're going to be talking about our transition from in-person services to online and what our fitness and social aspects will look like. And so I kind of just want to get started with you guys and ask, how has the transition looked going from in-person to online, and what are your guys' thoughts?
I think it's gone pretty smooth, at least for us, because we're fairly good with technology. It's something we dealt with for the majority of our lives, and I think the kids actually really do enjoy the online portion of it. Obviously, it kind of isn't the best not being able to see them in person, but the online definitely makes up for it because we're still able to do groups with all the different apps they have out there these days.
Yeah, there's pros and cons to the transition, As far as the fitness, we've had to do almost everything virtually. We're doing it on IG Live, and then we're doing Zoom personal sessions as well, and they're group sessions along with individual ones, and those have been going pretty well. The individuals that are involved seem to have been adapting well. It's been really testing everyone's ability to adapt, but it's so far so good. How do you think the social's been going for you?
Yeah, I think all the kids just enjoy seeing each other, and I think that aspect of them just still being able to connect, they enjoy it. And they all really like technology, and they all know how to use technology, whether it be the apps with Instagram or Zoom. Mm-hmm. They know how to use it, so it's pretty easy for them just to hop on whenever they want and say hello. So I think that's a really big plus. You still don't get that, I guess, person-to-person like affect and feedback, but the kids are all very comfortable using technology, so I think they enjoy it. Yeah. And it's still very interactive, whether through the Instagram workouts, which is like today where you had each individual lead a workout. Yeah. That makes it more involving, and as well as Zoom is pretty just involved, where everybody gets to talk and then go into different breakout rooms.
Yeah, making it the most interactive is probably the most challenging with fitness. But once you get someone involved, you connect with them through IG Live or just seeing them face to face, it helps a lot,
Right. And then what about kind of how often we deliver services? How's that changed from going from in-person to online?
Every day, pretty much. We always offered every day when we were in person, but now it's just every day, multiple times a day. The fact that you can just click a button and you're live makes it a lot easier to be able to go multiple times a day, because you eliminate the driving, you eliminate transportation on both sides, our side and the customer side. So it's definitely let us be able to be a little more active and see the individuals a lot more.
It's made the community around Inspire get more diverse, because you're able to send those links to people that wouldn't be normally involved in Inspire when it was offered in in-person services. Like we're sending guests that are involved in our socials as well as our fitness pop in, and they're in the middle of a park, and those people are friends, and they're getting introduced to everyone that's involved with Inspire, which is real cool. Right. To see that, because that wouldn't have happened prior to the whole transition.
Right, or even individuals that live in like Village or Queen Creek.
Yeah, they just live out of the greater Phoenix area.
Yes, yeah.
That can now connect to those individuals. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it's really awesome to see.
And so, what do you guys do for the workouts to make them interactive for the kids?
You just have them join in. So, a lot of times for us, we already try to make the workouts pretty fun. So, like doing a jungle-based, an Avenger-based, or doing some type of superhero-based workout, so they don't feel like it's, hey man, I'm going into a workout, whatever. Yeah. Because sometimes that can play with your head a little bit, like, oh man, I'm going to have to put in a lot of physical work. But try to keep it fun, and then just go and swapping screens with the kids now, like, hey, you've done workouts with us, or you've seen something, take us through what you think might work, and then maybe we'll modify what they give us to fit everybody.
Right. Yeah, that's what happened like this morning on IG Live. We just connected with whoever was involved, and we just like, dude, what do you feel like doing? And they picked one exercise, and then we repeated it 5 times, and then connected with another person. It's real cool to get everyone interactive and move in at the same time.
Are you guys ever surprised about the workouts the individuals choose?
Oh yeah, dude.
They usually tend, I say I'm not surprised, but I am surprised because it's always something a little more fun. It's something like maybe their favorite superhero or their favorite anime. They try to think of something and then they put that out there. I mean, you're like, oh, that's really just a burpee, but to them it's a Super Saiyan workout, or it's the Hulk or Iron Man or whatever they think, like, oh, I've seen this in this show and or movie and I'm going to do this move. And it really does work as a workout, especially when you're using body weight, because that's all functional based. That's what you're going to be going around with everywhere.
Yeah.
One of the hardest transition is maybe using, just not being able to use any type of equipment with the kids, because everything we've basically been doing has been body weight, just because we want to make sure we can accommodate everybody. But at the same time, that's really all you need for longevity and functionality. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the times, it's not always about getting big. Sometimes with these individuals, it's just being healthy and living a better life.
Yeah, that's what's cool about like the free one that we offer online, which we call like morning movement. It just in the morning you get to move, and it's just like a fun way to just start moving in the morning.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you guys want to talk about the free services we're offering?
So going forward now, we're offering 2 Instagram live workouts for free. So that's basically anybody who wants to tune in and just get a free workout in. It's generally 15 to 30 minutes. But going forward, we'll be offering more private sessions on Zoom, but we will still have a free one on Instagram every day. Times can vary, but we have a couple clients already that only do 1 day of working out with us. But the fact that they can hop on Instagram multiple other times throughout the week, now they can get 2 or 3 extra workouts in, and like I said, we just try to keep them fun.
Yeah.
Right, and then we also offer the socials right after. So it's twice a day. We offer 2 free sessions, both with the workout and the socials, and they follow one another. And so that's really good because you have clients that join for all of them.
Right.
And so it's a good couple hours that they get to pass on.
Yeah.
There.
I think that's what's cool about what we're doing now is we're offering pretty much 4 sessions, 2 fitness and 2 social throughout the day, Monday through Friday, and people can pop in on whichever session works better for them. Whether it's 1 day a week, whether it's every single day of the week, every single session, or it's just once. It's like, it's whatever. I think the fact that they can choose when they want to pop in, how they want to use it, I think that's really cool.
Yeah, definitely, because you have some people that like to come to every single one and don't like to miss any, and then there's some that like to come to once a day, there's some that like to come once every couple days or once a week.
Yeah.
So you get varying levels.
Yeah.
But it's all really, it's fun, and all the kids
And
really like it.
Like being able to use Zoom. Instagram's kind of like, that's on the person, like, hey, we're giving you the workouts, giving you some time, but that's kind of on you to be able to complete it, being able to do it. But whenever we do go private on the Zoom, that's when we're able to do a little more in-person feel, it feels like, because you can see their screen and be like, hey, maybe you need to do this with the plank, or we're going to do this. It's just a lot more customized. Yeah. But through the computer, it's basically the same thing we would do in person. It just went from like a 3D reality to a 2D reality, essentially.
Yeah.
But it really works, man. The kids really enjoy the technology. They have like the control. They feel like they have the control of technology.
Yeah.
And I think they really do enjoy that.
Yeah, I think the guests that we do on the social is super cool. Where we just have some of our friends pop in, or some therapist, or someone that's not even in the state that's involved in the field. And they just pop in and just kind of see what Inspire's about. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I really enjoy. That's one of my favorite times is just having those individuals pop in, and because the kiddos get to really enjoy it. Like your parents popped in the other day.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And they got to ask questions about your childhood and kind of got to see how you grew up, or how you grew up, and so that's really good for them. And it's just a really good kind of exposure and helps grow that
Oh,
community.
dude, it was good for the kids. Not only that, it was cool for my parents to see what Inspire is like firsthand. See all the kiddos that like look up to us as like a teacher. My mom's a teacher, so she's like, "Oh, dang, these kids look at my son as a teacher."
Yes,
So
yes.
it's cool insight, you know, that they can get. And that would never have happened prior to the transition of technology.
Yeah, no. Throwing around those like Mr. Montoya's.
Yeah, they're like, telling me Mr. Montoya to Mr. Montoya, my dad. You know, but
That's really funny.
it's
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, and the kids like the social and the Zoom aspect is really cool because that's really interactive. And when you have like 7 to 10 individuals in there, from adults to teenagers, it's good that we can break them up and by their interests and their level, and they can all have a really meaningful session.
Yeah.
That we can have that many kids, but since we could throw them in breakout rooms, they can they each are paired with an individual that they can be exposed and have friendship with.
Yeah, it's cool because you're a part of many groups inside of a larger group, which is kind of cool.
Yes, which is how it is in general.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in a large group, you typically join as like cliques.
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 people join up and form smaller
Yeah,
smaller groups. So it's the same way. That's
awesome.
really fun. And
Yeah.
showing YouTube videos,
Uh-huh.
it's a lot of fun. The kids like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's awesome to be able to see their interest in videos because they're completely different in what you watch or another individual watches. So you're like, you're into this, and this is like the things that are important for me and
Yes.
Matt and Daniel is like, okay, I know I do a workout with this person, and we just did a social with him, and I saw all the type of videos he likes, whether it's Star Wars, Dragon Ball Z, Harry Potter. Like, okay, now I start to get a little inventive, as well as everyone else with Inspire, to try to create something fun for the kids.
Yes. That's big. And so how do you guys think it's affected the kids? Like, how do they like it? And do you think it's affected them mentally throughout this quarantine?
Yeah, well, I think they like it, but when you ask them where they want to be, it's school. You know, I think they do miss that.
Yes.
Their one-on-one connection. They're probably tired of being at home with their family.
Yes.
You know, miss their friends. But I think it still goes well, and we're able to make good connections over technology somehow. And I think in the future it'll probably help them throughout their childhood, like of developing meaningful connections. You know,
Yes.
hopefully they'll probably cherish these connections more now that they can go connect instead of just through the phone.
Yes.
Well, it lets them know that they can do this without us as well.
Yes.
They can maybe
that's
develop
big
a
one.
friendship with someone through Inspire, then like, hey, now maybe we can FaceTime, maybe we can video chat on whatever app you may want to use.
And that's definitely happening right now. Yeah.
It has to happen. I mean, the future's going to change. This is going to be a lot of different therapies are going to be run like this from now on.
Yep.
At least for a while.
Yeah, for a while, at
Adapt.
least for the foreseen future.
You gotta adapt and thrive, dude.
Yep.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, I think it's definitely good for them too because they get a break from their video games or whatever and they get to talk to humans and their friends and so they enjoy it. I know I've talked to a lot of the parents and the parents really enjoy that they take a break and they actually get to talk to their friends and it's not like paperwork or schoolwork, it's to get to hang out and talk to other humans. And that's big for people who already don't get to communicate with humans a lot.
Right.
It's essentially still the same. I mean, it's all low pressure, workouts low pressure, interactions through the socials all low pressure.
Yes.
I think that's pretty much it from all the stuff that we've seen and being able to.
I understood loneliness before I knew what it was. I saw the pills on your table.